Welcome back to SportsLine here on News Channel 5 Plus, the Wednesday extravaganza. Yours truly, Jon Burton, with you on this rainy Wednesday evening. Before we hear from Titans head coach Mike Vrabel, we're going to take a call. Damian joins us on line one. Hey, Damian.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Damian. You there?
Yes.
Go ahead. You're on.
I just wanted to ask why just the Titans so trash, like that offensive wise, rushing and passing.
Yeah, the offensive line has not been good. You allow 7 sacks in one game. That's problems. Listen, a lot of it's injuries. A lot of it, Taylor Lewan is not 100%. He's out there trying to give it a go. Roger Saffold's banged up. Ben Jones is banged up. You got a lot of injuries, and it is a little bit of a telltale deal because this was supposed to be one of the strengths of this offense, this offensive line, and they're not getting the job done so far. Obviously, they're doing a good job in the run game. Derrick Henry's off to a great start, had 150 plus yards in the game the other day. He's been fine. The run blocking's been fine, but the pass protection has been suspect, and you're going to get your quarterback hurt if you can't protect him, and that was certainly a big reason why the Titans lost last week to the Jets.
Right.
Anything else, Damian?
Yeah, I say right.
Yeah, anything else on your mind tonight?
No, sir.
All right, well, thanks for the call. We appreciate it. So, listen, if you don't have a good offensive line, you can't protect your quarterback, doesn't matter. I said this on Sunday. It doesn't matter if your star receivers are healthy and playing or not. If your quarterback doesn't have time to throw, set his feet, is always under pressure, he's not going to be able to get the ball to the playmakers, and that was the case for a lot of the game on Sunday. Also, the fact that the Titans struggled in the red zone. 2 for 5 in the red zone against the Jets the other day. And, this was an offense that was supposed to be high-powered, a lot of points. And, you keep settling for field goals instead of touchdowns when you get in the red zone. That's going to cost your team. And back to the sacks for a second. Ryan Tannehill's already been sacked 17 times this season through 4 games. He was sacked 25 times all of last year. So not a good pace right now that Tennessee Titans are on. And Jacksonville Jaguars have a pretty good defense. And they got some guys that can get after the quarterback. So we're going to have to see an improved play from the offensive line, as Damian alluded to in his call. All right, right now we're going to hear from head coach Mike Vrabel, who addressed the media today before practice at St. Thomas Sports Park. And the coach probably not in the best of moods coming off that loss, knowing that he still has key players banged up. But here's what he had to say earlier today.
Good afternoon, Mike. You've played and coached against former coaches and former bosses before. How different is it, or is there any difference getting ready to go up against Urban now that he's in the division?
No, I don't think there's any difference. I mean, our focus is on trying to, prepare for the Jaguars, who have really played well, the last few games early. They've gotten out to some leads and really playing the game, I'm sure, how they had envisioned it. Getting the quarterback on the move, taking care of the football, running the football, getting it in their playmakers' hands, and that's what we're focused on.
One benefit of the loss to on Sunday is that nobody's going to be overlooking a team that's 0-4 at this point for your guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really, again, we move the ball and we can go back and dissect the game, but I wouldn't say that there would be a good thing about ever losing. Try to continue to tell our team that we're third in the league in first downs on offense. We just have turned it over, and we haven't scored as many touchdowns as we should have down in the red zone. Defensively, we've given up fifth fewest. We're fifth in first downs allowed, but we haven't gotten enough turnovers and given up big plays. So that's the things that we're focused on.
What have you seen as far as improvement from their quarterback from week 1 to this?
Well, he's taking care of the football. He's been efficient in moving the pocket. He's been efficient when he's decided to keep it, on the read plays. And, when he's able to get the run reliefs and throw it out there, he's been decisive with the football. Hasn't really held on to it. Even though I think the O-line's playing well, it's a group that we're familiar with.
I don't know if you even do this, but do you ever kind of like look around the rest of your division and see some of the situations there and allow that to kind of give you perspective on how it may not be as bad as it seems here for you?
Yeah, no, I meant, we all have high expectations and standards, and certainly we're 500, we're 2-2, and we've played well at times, we've played not very well at times, and so we don't really look around. I don't think we can afford ourselves that luxury to say, well, we have one more win than 3 other teams. It's just whatever it may be.
Talk about the next plays a lot, and I know. Do you feel it's kind of essential to kind of balance out, like if another team's getting a lot of X plays, do you need to get that many in order to balance it out in order to be successful?
I think we need to try to get more points than they do, John. And so if they're getting them, if we're getting them in next plays, then great. But that's the focus. Is obviously playing better down there in the red zone, and just every week, not every week, but a few weeks where we you come in and say, well, they had 5 plays for 190 yards and 50 for 100 or whatever it was, 120. I mean, it's just trying to eliminate those those 5 plays or a big penalty or whatever it may be, that those chunk plays that change momentum, that changes field position.
Coach, I know it's easier when you have a guy like Julio Jones or A.J. Brown in there, but would you like to see maybe some more explosive plays on the offensive side of the ball?
As many as we can get, Kayla. As many as we can get. We'll take as many as we can get from whoever. And part of that is trying to get some turnovers on defense that could create some explosive play opportunities to try to continue to get them in special teams in the return phase. And we caused a fumble on the kickoff the other day, and it just went right by Nick. And so those are all game-changing, turning plays that, yes, we would love to have as many as we could on offense.
Those chunk plays and pass defense, I think you guys are tied with the Chiefs for the most in the league with 5. Like, what can you do to limit those and not have those occur so much?
Don't look back at the quarterback. Play the ball when it's in the air. Don't, it's just a 50-50. I mean, it's not even 50-50. Some of those look like Hail Marys.
What can guys do to gain some separation on the offensive side against the Jets necessarily?
I think we have to play more physical. I think we have to, if they're going to get up and get on us and grab us and play physical, that we're going to have to do that as well. Running great routes and using some of those, traffic opportunities when we can, and to try to get open and create some space and, win.
You rested Derek on Thursday the last couple of weeks. What makes that a good day to sort of give him a little break like that?
And you only got 3 days to pick, so the way practice is scheduled and structured, and how much we do on Wednesday as opposed to how much we're doing on Thursday. Does he need, when does the rest come? Certainly he's going to need rest and recovery. So we'll see how it goes this week.
Start the process of getting Darrington back at work today. I mean, how much would it help you if you could get him back? How much would he bring to the offense, maybe in the return game?
We'll see what's there. See how he feels. And on the kickoff return, we got to block better. Like I say, it was returner error when 3 guys hit him. Could have Billy White Shoes Johnson back there returning if we don't block very well.
Did you guys see in Armani that you wound up elevating him and got a pretty decent amount of playing time with that?
That was everybody on the practice squad has an opportunity to play. We're down a lot of guys, and they're down a few guys, and he's had been multiple and knows a few positions and can play, inside or outside.
He had kind of more snaps than Ola. Is that a similar position, or does Bledsoe do some different things?
No, I think that would be different. I think that would be different. When you move Danico outside and you rotate with Harold and Danico and Ola.
Ryan said something yesterday about not wanting to overuse Ola to take up special teams. Surely if Ola's rushing well, you'd prioritize the rushing over special teams, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Ryan said. I didn't read Crow's quotes. I don't think that was a situation. I mean, it's about, when you start to put other guys in there, it's how much do they know, what do they understand based on the game plan. And then, Harold, and bringing Harold or Danico off the field. And, I hope that, in some of those passing situations, and certainly, we'll continue to work Ola in there. And we like kind of what he's done.
Mike, do you have any conversations or texts with Urban through all these issues he's having either this week or even really since he's been in the NFL?
No, we haven't had any conversations since he's been in the NFL. We're focused on preparing this week and going down and trying to get healthy, trying to get ready for a new challenge.
What did you most take from your time with him, and what do you feel like made him so successful as a coach, at least at the college level?
I coached for him for 2 years at Ohio State, and I felt like I became a better coach. I was a young coach, focused on teaching, young players, and felt like I improved at that. I learned a lot. We're at a different point in both of our careers now.
You had two fullbacks active, I guess, on Sunday. I guess what did Torrey do?
We'll see where it goes this week. I'm not sure where we'll be with the active or inactive.
What Torrey do to maybe earn an opportunity, and how's he done with his snaps?
Yeah, I mean, he tried to play physical, and we'll see where he is this week, and helped us on special teams too.
With David Long, what are some of the things that he's done just to kind of see this gradual increase to where he's basically kind of like a starter now?
Well, I mean, David is. He'll imagine that if he's healthy and ready to up for the game, he'll start. He's played well. He's played fast, and we feel like we have a few guys in there that can rotate, and we got to continue to rotate them, find some roles for them, and keep them fresh, and try to continue to get some production and playmaking ability. David triggers on the football, and he plays fast and plays hard.
Are there situations where Long and Jayon fit together fine as the inside pairing? Is there any reluctance based on size?
I don't think there's any reluctance. I don't think there's any reluctance to play both of those guys at the same time.
I think it was announced Sunday that maybe Roger was being evaluated for concussion symptoms. He had the protocol at the start of the week.
To the best of my knowledge, yes, he still would be in the protocol. See where it goes through this week in practice.
There you have it, Mike Vrabel, head coach of the Titans, meeting the media today. Interesting Q&A session with the local media today over at St. Thomas Sports Park. A lot of talk about the offense, of course, their struggles last week against the Jets. How do they correct things heading into this week's game against the Jacksonville Jaguars? We mentioned the red zone issues, just 2 for 5 in the red zone, having to settle for too many field goals as opposed to touchdowns. And, of course, 7 sacks given up by the offensive line. And you heard Ryan Tannehill say it at the top of the show. It's not all on the offensive line. The quarterback plays a part in that, as do the receivers. All 11 men play the part. But usually when a team gets up 7 sacks, a lot of the issues or a lot of the blame is going to go towards the offensive line. And, of course, the leader of the Titans' offensive line is Taylor Lewan, who's had his struggles coming back from major knee surgery a year ago as he looks to work his way back. He says he's getting a little bit stronger every day, but certainly the entire offensive line unit did not have their best day last week against the Jets. Here is Taylor Lewan, starting left tackle for the Tennessee Titans, as he addressed the media earlier today.
Oh, Jim, you got cut off there. Fat. Go ahead, Jim.
If anyone's looking for Pruitt, otherwise Burton's going to head back in.
Pass pro was a strength, certainly for most of the time.
Yeah.
Last year, are there things, are there schemes that are different? What in your mind, what's happening?
I think just some guys didn't have the best day, and it's one of those things where it takes 11 guys in the pass pro. We have a large responsibility to protect Tannehill, and we obviously didn't do a good enough job of that this past week. I wish there was a clear-cut example I could give you to tell you, but we run the plays we run, the plays that Todd calls, and we're going to do that. We just got to clean up a couple things. And in pass pro, my belief in pass pro is if you get beat, it's not what they did. They can put a crazy move on you sometimes, and yeah, that happens. But I always look at it like, if I get beat, like, what did I do? Did I stop my feet? Did I not punch? Was my angle not correct? Was I too vertical? Was I too wide? Like, those are things we got to ask ourselves and just build and grow on that. It's there's no excuse to losing, to any team, and we have to do a better job. And 2-2 is not where we want to be at this point, but we're also not 0-17, and I think that's something that we're going to continue to grow. That's what this team does every year. We figure it out. The guys play hard. I don't think this city or you guys have ever had an issue with the effort that these guys give, and we're going to continue to keep working, and hopefully it comes along like it has in the past.
Taylor, one of the things, collective health provide for these guys. I know different guys, different elements, but how much do you think that's a factor in the whole performance?
Well, I don't think. I said this in the past. Vrabel and John have done a great job of taking care of guys when injuries happen. As far as their ailments and what's happened to them, you can talk to them about that. We just need to, if you're out there, there's an expectation, whether you're injured or you're hurt or you're healthy. We got to go out there and do that.
Taylor, some of the times where you may have come up short in blocking, is there something consistently that comes up? Because you pointed out a lot of things.
With me?
Yeah, for yourself.
No, I mean, I think in the first game it was a lot of trust and where I was at with my previous injury, and I went out there and I didn't feel as aggressive or as strong as I felt in the past. Now the good thing is every single week, even the Seattle game where I hyperextended it, like, I felt great going to that game. The Colts game going to that, I felt better than I did the week before. Like, each week has been feeling better, and I've been playing more and more like myself each week. And it's just, it's a process. It's something you got to grow through and keep moving forward. So, I think I'm starting to be more consistent on a week-to-week basis. And if I can just continue to grow on that, coming off this kind of injury, I'm proud of that.
Taylor, one of the things you guys have been running the football so well that theoretically that should set up play action and buy the quarterback more time to look downfield and throw.
Yeah.
Why has that not been the case?
I don't know anything about the passing game. I know my blocking assignment on that play. Whether it's the pocket caving in, or it could be a whole number of things. That's a better question for John or Todd, or Vrabel or Todd, because for me, don't give me too much credit. I play left tackle, and I can tell you every play what a left tackle does. I swear to God, I know my assignment, and so it's just about doing that. And that's what it is each week, is getting better, not only so you have a good game, but help the team out. Like, how can I help Roger on these certain plays? How can I help my tight end in these certain plays? And then when it's me one-on-one, how do I make sure that I'm successful so Ryan can get the ball out?
Two more questions.
Was torn scar tissue part of what happened with the second?
The MRI was what it was, and I'm not here to talk about what happened in that game or my knee or anything like that. I just know that every week has gotten better, and that's the goal, is to keep getting better, keep playing better, and continue that.
Last one.
What are conversations like after Sunday? You don't want to point fingers, you guys will get things fixed. What's the film study like?
These coaches expect a lot out of us. They have a high expectation for us, and as they should. And for every single week, it's, from a player standpoint, you play this game long enough, you know that these things are going to happen. We came up short this past week. It sucks. It's not what you wanted to happen. We got going a little too late, and it's learning from those mistakes so they don't come up in the future.
Tara Lewan, Titans starting left tackle, of course, meeting the media today and talking about the team's the offensive line struggles last week, giving up the 7 sacks to the New York Jets, and again facing another pretty good defense in the Jacksonville Jaguars, who did a number on the Cincinnati Bengals last Thursday night in the first half. Second half, Joe Burrow and the Bengals able to get things going as they ended up getting a win, but certainly another challenge for the Titans this week. We'll see who's healthy. We'll see who's ready to play on Sunday. All right, that'll do it for the Titans. When we come back, we're going to switch gears and talk about some college basketball. Yeah, it's right around the corner. Can you believe Jerry Stackhouse is beginning year number 3 over on West End as the head coach at Vanderbilt? We're going to hear from Coach Stack as the Commodores get ready for the season next here on SportsLine.